Hi everybody, my name is Nisha Yvette and welcome back to my channel, Beat Faces and Cases, where I serve slays every time and present y'all with true crime cases. Before we get started, I just want to say if you're new here, welcome. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you are notified every single time that I upload. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back for another true crime story. I also want to share with you guys really quickly that I will be starting Slay Sundays, where I'll be posting every Sunday doing a look and giving y'all a story. So if you want to pick up your brushes and listen, feel free to join me. If you can care less about makeup, that's okay too. You can still enjoy my videos as they will still be very informative. If you have any case suggestions you would like for me to cover here, always feel free to drop it down in the comment section below and I will share it here with everyone as well. But without doing any more talking, let's get into today's case.
Say anything?
24-year-old Justin Williams was silent Monday as detectives walked him out of the NYPD's 75th Precinct station house. He's charged with murdering his girlfriend and then dismembering her body inside her Linwood Avenue apartment in East New York, Brooklyn.
Deasia was born February 28, 2000. She lived in East New York, Brooklyn. Friends and family would describe Deasia as hardworking, where she worked full-time to support herself. Deasia, only 22 years old, was a victim of domestic violence at the hands of her 24-year-old boyfriend, Justin Williams. The abuse lasted 2 years, involving incidents where he broke her ribs and her legs, and humiliating enough, neighbors would find Deasia being viciously beaten in an apartment building's hallway by Justin just months before her death. The apartment she lived in was actually housing for women victims of domestic violence, amongst other things such as women with substance abuse issues and women who suffered from mental illness. It was armed with security to protect those that lived there. It's very common when a woman is placed in shelter like these, they have stay away orders issued to them against their abusers, and Deasia was one of them. She had an active order of protection against Justin at the time of the incident. Security cameras in the building showed Justin entering Deasia's apartment on the 22nd of August, and from that time forward, no one has seen Deasia since. Friends and family grow concerned about Deasia's well-being after not hearing from her or seeing her in about a month or so. Like I said, everyone that knew Deasia, including her neighbors, have all been witnesses to her abuse, as well as plans to get rid of her abusive boyfriend, Justin. Her mother even pleaded with the housing authority that she be removed from that building because she feared that she would end up dead if she stayed. Family requested security to do a welfare check to see if they can check out her apartment and make sure that she's okay. When security knocks on her door, they're met by two men who refuse to let them into the apartment. One of which we don't know the identity, but the other man being Justin Williams. Not only was security denied access to Deasia's apartment, neighbors were complaining about a foul smell on the floor in which they lived, but they didn't know where the smell was coming from. But they did know they also haven't seen Deasia. Neighbors witnessed the abuse in the hallway. They knew she had an active order of protection against Justin, and they knew he had exclusive access to Deasia's apartment. Once security was denied access, both security and Deasia's family decided to get the police involved. When they arrived to check out the apartment, that's when they made a gruesome discovery. They described her apartment as looking like there had been a massacre. There were pints of blood all throughout her apartment, and the odor of death was very strong. That's when they later discovered Deasia's remains, dismembered and stuffed into 2 suitcases, and they officially ruled her death as a homicide. Medical examiners further confirmed their ruling, with the cause of death being determined by stab wounds to her torso and her back, totaling 9 stab wounds. The number 1 suspect is Justin. When they take Justin in for questioning, he is held for 2 unrelated cases, and that gives them time to question him about the death of his ex-girlfriend Deasia. He waived his right to remain silent and confesses that he is the one that took her life. Now, from the time Deasia enters her apartment on August 22nd and was never seen again physically leaving her apartment, according to authorities, they believe that was the day that he took her life. Security footage captures Justin along with 6 other individuals entering the residence from that day up until the day that she was discovered. One of them, I am assuming, is the unidentified man that had been with Justin, whom security had been greeted by at the door and refused to allow them access to the apartment. And the other, out of one of these 5 women, is his girlfriend. I don't know which one because I haven't seen anything that has mentioned her identity, but one of them has to be it, right? While Deasia is deceased in her home, these individuals all have visited that apartment, which leads me to believe, and this is my opinion, that they all knew about her being dead. If they had anything to do with helping Justin either kill her or dismember her, I really can't call it, but I guarantee they all knew. And with that being said, they're all guilty because nobody said anything. Police had to make that discovery because family called them to do a wellness check, not because they witnessed something they knew wasn't right and maybe their conscience wouldn't allow them to just keep quiet about it, but police discovered her. Justin also gives his current girlfriend Deasia's EBT card, or in other words, her food stamp card, in which she uses the days after Deasia's death to buy groceries and etc. She was probably even buying groceries to put in Deasia's fridge and cabinets because Justin was actually living in her apartment for a whole month with her decomposing body. That's just so sick to even think about, y'all. He's eating, breathing, sleeping, functioning while there is blood everywhere and Deasia's body parts are stuffed in suitcases and releasing decomposition fluids, causing that foul smell to spread to the other apartments. To think we believe that she might not have been involved somehow. She also didn't question the fact that she's being handed her EBT card in the first place. Because first of all, with these EBT cards, they have your full name, and in New York specifically, where the incident took place, they have your picture on the front of the card. So she confidently knew it didn't belong to him. She had her pin to the card since she was successfully making purchases at different stores. So we think Deasia is just going to hand off her card to his current girlfriend to make sure she eats? Like, turn yourself in, ma'am. One thing I am confused about, though, is the fact that police know that Justin's current girlfriend was seen entering Deasia's apartment, and they also have footage of her in different stores using Deasia's EBT card, right? How has she not been identified? And why isn't her name and face being broadcasted as a suspect? I feel like Justin might be protecting all of them, including his girlfriend, by not including their names because none of them, at the time I'm recording this video, has been identified and put into custody. And that's where we come into play. If you know the identities of any of these people, please reach out to Crime Stoppers. They're still out there when they need to be telling the police what they know and getting justice for Deasia. But let's get the conversation started. Comment down below and tell me what y'all think. Do you feel like all or any of the 6 other people seen entering Deasia's apartment was involved or had knowledge about Deasia's death? All my DV victims, please be safe out here. And I want to be clear, when I say DV victims, I'm speaking to men and women. It's more common for women to be victims of domestic violence, but we can't be ignorant to the fact that men can be victims too. And to my survivors, we're strong. I'll see y'all next time.